more things when he told me to add them. And I was even on live multiple times when Gabriel would come up to me and say, Mom, I want so and so and so for Christmas, because I had been asking him, days prior what he wanted for Christmas. So he would come up and say, he would see something on YouTube, just like any kid sees a commercial and they're like, Mom, I want this for Christmas. And I would add things in the beginning. I absolutely did. But I didn't wait until after things were bought and then added more things. I swear. And if I worded it wrong and made it look some type of way, I apologize. But Melissa, I'm not that kind of person, dude. And people can believe me or not believe me, but I don't know what to say or how to fucking prove it. All I can say is what I know.
Hold on, Danielle, hold on. See, Charlie, and I don't say this, I love you a lot. But listen, my son came to me and wanted every fucking game under the sun, every new Lego set. Listen, they do that. My kids do. They ask for a lot of stuff. I'm not going to lie and say they don't. A lot of kids do. Some kids do understand that they should only ask for one thing or not expect anything. But my kids do also do that.
And you guys know Gabriel asks me for shit all the time. Mom, I want this. Mom, I want that. It's a constant thing. It never stops. I usually try to buy him one thing every month if I can, because he's my only kid. I try and get him things because I want to.
Still need me, Melissa?
I mean, I hadn't even said nothing yet. I just, I think that,
I can hold on. You can finish that. That's okay. I'm just gonna stay muted for then.
well, I don't want, if you're busy, I don't want to keep you. I understand
I
working
know
on.
Meek was getting done with Dashin, and she was going to come in and talk to you as well.
Here, she's here. She's at the bottom.
Mika's here. She said she's on her way home and it was raining bad. I don't know if she's made it home yet or not.
So if you want to finish with Medusa, I'll finish.
No.
I'm on my break right now.
You guys go ahead and talk about it, because the shit is a lot.
It is a lot.
So you guys just talking. I ain't doing shit. I'll wait.
I don't think that that's the issue, Priceless.
She deleted the whole thing, and when she deleted it, she can't go back onto it because when you delete it, I don't think it lets you redo the thing.
And when people would order things, I didn't get a notification or anything. It just would remove the item. It's the people that ordered that would have it.
I mean, either way, like it seemed from you coming in the live, showing all this stuff. I mean, there was a lot of presents under the tree. I'm not gonna lie, your kid got more than my kid. And it seemed that after seeing all of that and then seeing the stuff in Inked Plumbers, it did come off as extremely greedy. Then for you to say all that, then say you were also buying things, it did come off as very greedy.
So, and I made it clear in the beginning, before anybody told me to make a wish list, that I was going to be buying him things. Like things that were like a little pricey that I didn't expect people to buy, like certain games. Like there was like, I want to say 2 games that I got, and I forget what the fuck else, to be honest. And then everything else came off the wish list. But a lot of those items were like $10, $15 items. And I'm not going to say he didn't have a good Christmas, because he did. And I was extremely grateful. And I wasn't trying to make it look like I was coming off greedy or whatever. And if that's the way it came off, I apologize. But I I don't know.
I mean, I don't know either, and there's really no way, like there's no way to prove one way or the other. What we do know is that you came in, showed the Christmas tree. Then we see the stuff in Inked Plumbers stuff with you saying that you were buying things, and I mean, I don't know. People are gonna have their opinions about it, and I don't really think that'll change one way or the other.
Did not make a second list. And that's things being said turn into fucking rumors and things being twisted. And that's not fucking cool.
I believe it was just November 4th, and I checked right for it, and the same stuff was still on there.
Thank you, Cindy. I was asked to do a wish list.
It's not about somebody asking or anything like that, but you're receiving help from, like, the way that a lot of people took it is that she was getting everything over here. People were buying things. A lot of stuff got bought, and there was hundreds of comments on Inked Plumbers, and if they would have chosen you, it would have taken away from another kid when you were already receiving help.
But you can't sit and basically judge me off of something that would have happened or should have happened or could have happened.
Okay,
Like,
Medusa, can I ask you a quick question?
And said,
So that's like you saying that you're cool with your kid getting 30 presents and
I
one
never
kid
said that. I never said that, Melissa. You're putting words in my mouth.
Well, I'm
what
not.
I'm saying is if he would have picked me, who says I would have accepted the shit?
It's not
Who
about
said?
accepted. He would have bought it off your wish list.
No,
He
that's
told
not
his
true. He was
chat-
picking people.
He told his chat to fill up wish lists. That is what he told his chat to do.
I thought it was a pick people situation.
Then who got picked?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention to it. I put my wish list on there just like Miranda put hers on there. I seen other people's on there too. I just put mine in there because everybody else was doing it.
It was never announced because the chat just bought off the wish list. Like, I really don't think at this point, like, it's that serious. I mean, he had a good Christmas. That's great. I'm glad that he did. God, I got a moth. I'm sorry. I mean, I wouldn't want him to not. I just felt that what you came in and showed, it was a lot already there. And there's some kids that didn't get none, and I guess that's the way that I looked at it. Probably a lot of the people in the comment section didn't get none.
But it's being made out like I put it on there after all things were bought. I put my wish list on there forever, like before that.
No.
It was when I first made the wish list.
Now, because I feel like it's been so long ago, but no, the date that you put the comments in, it has the date, and it was after.
After what? The wish list was made?
You came in live and showed the whole Christmas tree and all the presents under it. You made the comment on Inked Plumbers comment section after that.
Because I don't think that that's true. What were the dates then?
That's why I said that I wish. We're many months later,
But this is what I'm talking about. The things that I was dragged over, there wasn't a lot of proof for.
But I did prove it. That's what I'm saying. Maybe you didn't watch it, but I did. And we're having to go back through fucking 5 and 6 months old chats for what? To prove.
For what? Because I was fucking dragged over lies. That's why.
It wasn't lies. What you did
It was. It
what
was
you did
lies.
was greedy. You got mad help from the chat and went to somebody else's chat. That's greedy.
The situation. You were saying I was making more wish lists and I changed things and removed things and added things. That's not fucking true. You're making it look a certain type of way that it fucking
Definitely
wasn't.
added things. You definitely added things. From the date that you started it, you added shit.
You know so much, but you don't know. You don't have proof of shit.
Well, people
You're
that bought
talking,
off of it, people
you
that
don't
bought
have
off of
proof
it
of it.
absolutely is saying that you added shit
There's
later.
someone down there telling you that that's not the fucking truth, but you don't want to fucking listen. You just want it to be what you want it to be.
So somebody that I know that bought mad shit off your wish list is saying otherwise.
Who's that person? Who?
Amber, you added
He's a fucking liar.
You added the games and all
Just
that.
like you said, Amber wasn't even around when you and Joe were friends, but she sat and said she walked away from you, but you're going to believe her when she is mad and says that I added things to my wish list.
Correct, I did say that. I
Get
didn't.
the fuck
I didn't
outta
recall
here.
Amber Dawn walking away or it being a big stink. Yeah, no, I don't remember that. Doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Okay.
She's changed her name twice.
Unless someone has fucking proof, it's bullshit. Because I know for a fact what I did and didn't fucking do. And this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. I was dragged over things that weren't fucking true. In the beginning,
stuff that was
added
true,
things
though.
when
There
he
was
asked me to
plenty of
add
stuff-
them.
There was plenty of stuff that was true.
Okay. Right. Okay.
So
just like I don't pay rent, or my kids' wages don't get garnished, or
You live in HUD
that
housing.
I
You
get
live in
all
HUD
this
housing.
welfare, all this shit that's not fucking true. Bullshit.
You absolutely live in HUD housing.
I live in Section 8. So fucking what? What does that mean?
That means
What does that mean?
you get plenty of help on your housing that you live in. That's what that means.
Because I have a lower rent than I usually would if I was paying out of pocket fully. That means I'm rolling in the dough.
Did I say that you were rolling in the dough?
So what is it that you're insinuating? You guys wanted to talk about I get all this help, I get all this help, and I get all this help, but you don't talk about what I actually get a month and how that barely covers fucking living expenses.
Okay.
Like, you guys are acting like I'm fucking rich as fuck and I'm taking advantage of all these fucking people when I literally struggle every fucking month.
So how much is because when we looked all this stuff up, we figured out how much your rent was or the normal rent.
Amber, yes, but that was in the beginning, was it not?
Thank you.
I'm done pooping.
What was that? Isn't the house's normal cost like almost $2,000 a month? Nobody knows what she got locally.
Beginning when I added, and no, I didn't get government assistance to help for Christmas.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit I'm talking about, insinuating.
So Danielle, you are saying you added when Gabriel would come and tell you new stuff.
In the very
right?
beginning. Yes, in the very beginning.
Okay.
In the very beginning, Amber bought things when there was still a wish list up for when I moved into the house, because she bought the kennel and the gate, and that stuff was on the list for when I first moved into the house. And that was when I first made the Christmas one.
Fucking way. This rat ass fucking stupid.
Okay, Amber's saying, Danielle, she said that, as I told Melissa, I don't know. I know they were added after I bought stuff.
Right. Amber bought things in the very beginning. If I'm not mistaken, I could probably go back in the messages and find the date. Where, actually, Chelsea, I sent you some where I say, she says you're going to get a delivery. I know she bought things like, I want to say in the first couple weeks.
Oh, yeah, you did. Last night, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I literally am in the box taking accountability. I'm in the box trying to have a conversation. If I was trying to run away and hide and whatever the fuck, that would be one thing.
I can agree.
And someone doesn't pay all my rent. I pay a lowered rent. Yeah, T and I didn't run for months. T, you can talk and do whatever. Milk can come in. Yes, the gifts were solely for my kid.
I'm
Except
here.
for
I'm
the
just,
things
I'm
for the
just
dog.
waiting. I've got parked, so I'm just waiting.
Precious, can I ask you if you have proof of that? Because you keep commenting that.
Yeah, if we don't have proof, we can't really, y'all in the comments, you can't keep saying that she does this or she does that. Because at this point, you're just talking, and we can't just talk. We see where just talking and trusting somebody has got us where we're at now. So we can't do that.
And that's what I was kind of saying in Medusa's live, before we ended.
So the facts are that, like, you do receive assistance in your bills, right? Like, that's clearly obvious.
So, like, my bills are not included. Now, I will say that there is like PIP and stuff programs where they break it down to a certain amount that you pay every month. Like my electric, I have to pay $280 a month every month, regardless of if my bill is lower or higher than that.
That's because you're on one of those, I forget what
Right.
they call them.
It's like a PIP program is what they call it.
I don't remember what they call it here, but at the end of the year, if you're over, you got to pay more. If you're under, you got to pay. They pay you. That's how they do it here. A budget.
It's not like that here. What it is you pay a set a month. I could probably find one of my bills. Hold on. But you pay a certain amount a month. It's like that with my gas too, because my gas is my heat. So during the winter months, it goes higher because I run my gas more. So they set it to a certain month every month so that I don't have to pay more or less than that. Like, I don't get money for it or anything. It's just,
Well,
I have
no,
set a month
I didn't believe that you received money, but I know that here in the state of Virginia, for low income or people that are on Section 8 and or disability or all the other things, they receive assistance on paying their bills, whether that be they get whatever you're saying. There's places that help you with them. And you receive.
Now, I will say,
you're on all those things. You're on Section 8. You're on disability. Your child's on disability. Like, you receive help.
okay?
Like, period. There's no dancing around that.
But Melissa, it's still hard, regardless if I get help or not. And regardless, I still only have like $200, like to last me to the end of the month. And most of the time, I don't even make it. I'm saying is,
did I ever say that it wasn't hard?
But it would. Everybody was insinuating that I was.
I would say you buy more shit than I do as a chick that works 50 hours a week and receives TikTok income. You purchase more things for yourself than I do as a working woman.
Okay, Melissa.
Hands down.
What is it that I purchased for myself?
You're doing different shit with your hair every day.
Melissa,
you have more makeup
shit
than most people. Like, you've got fucking makeup all over.
Do you want to see the dates on my makeup, Melissa? I got all that makeup when I was selling makeup boxes. It's the same makeup that I've had. Now I do buy a couple things here and there, like
you still have to pay for it, whether you bought it 5 years ago or this year. I'm just like you,
Melissa. I don't have money like that. When I was selling boxes, I would buy things on sale, right? And I would get things like super, super cheap to where I would just keep a pallet or two and not sell it. Like, I've had this makeup forever. The hair shit, like, you can ask T. I didn't buy no hair shit. The hair shit I have is the same shit that I've had. These extensions are the same fucking extensions I've had.
We were with you when you
I will say she has extra shit. Like, she's got old hair dyes that I guess she's just done like highlights or something with, a box of it. I went and bought what I used.
She bought things for her hair, but I had like splat and bleach and shit already here. Like, I keep my own shit because I don't have money like that. I use it little by little. I bought it in a big chunk when I had some extra money. I don't even remember when I bought that hair shit. Probably when I won money somewhere at bingo or whatever the fuck. Like, I don't get money like that. And I wish I did splurge on myself like that. Did I buy myself some clothes from Shein? What was it, like a month ago, T? Because I have nothing that fits me anymore. Yeah, I had to. I had no summer clothes that fit me. I'm swimming in all my fucking clothes. I don't have jewelry. I don't flaunt things. I don't even have a fucking car right now because I can't afford it.
And I get where she says, like, the makeup thing, having the makeup and the hair dye and things like that. But I think the whole scenario here is we're not going to get anywhere if we argue about what we each have and things like that. I think we need to get to I know, Miss, you wanted to ask T maybe what you really done to her. Maybe give Danielle some time to breathe and process everything. And Amy, Danielle's grown. She can do what she wants to do. Please don't tell her what to do.
I was going to say, too, y'all need to be respectful in the chat. I love some of y'all to death, I really do. But if y'all are not going to be respectful and keep trying to bring up stuff Melissa's not talking about, I'm going to start muting y'all.
No, I feel like their opinion matters too. They've watched all of this, and probably see more things than I do. Just like I said earlier, remember things that I don't. I don't know if there's something specific that you're referring to.
I don't mind people saying how they feel, but I don't think people have to be disrespectful about it.
I haven't seen anybody be disrespectful.
Okay, I'm going to call one out. Charlie, for one. Charlie's talking about the stuff that she's got going on with Medusa in the chat, and it's getting other people to bring up the same stuff. I'm just saying it's not a chat for Charlie to be bringing up hers and, Medusa's problem when y'all are trying to talk about something else.
But it all ties in. So I kind of disagree.
I don't see how.
I'm upset with Charlie because Charlie came in my live and agreed to something that I said, which then caused their whole fallout. It was like a domino effect.
Granted, but what happened with me and her has nothing to do with the situation on Christmas. That's
no, but she was your friend, and she was
jump
around.
in and add to it, but
absolutely around for all of it.
And I agree with that.
But she doesn't know anything about my finances or anything like that. Honestly, we wasn't as close as everybody makes it like we was.
Charlie didn't talk about your finances in here.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is any of that stuff is irrelevant to the lies that were told on Christmas and the things that happened because of that lie. And the things that I was dragged over. None of that stuff relates to her or the situation with her.
Okay, I will say Charlie feels like all of this stems from that night, and then you posted her family. You talked about some other stuff. I don't know exactly everything, but I do know that that's what Charlie's problem is.
Well, it has nothing to do with this.
And I'm going to ask you a question because I've seen it about 50 times in the chat. Are you still doing the giveaway for the people that bought off your wish list?
I would like to. I would. But I don't even know. People are going to have to say, like, I bought off your wish list, and then I can add them to a list. But I deleted it. And I don't even think I'd be able to see who bought the things anyways, other than, actually, I do have the paper. I do have the papers of people that bought things. So I could do it that way. But a lot of people have either blocked me or I blocked them or vice versa, whatever. Now, if people want to be a part of it, then yes, I will do one. I have no problem doing that. I said I was going to. I wanted to do one. But I didn't see the point in doing it if the person that won had me blocked or like I said, vice versa.
Okay, I guess they feel like whether you got them blocked or they got you blocked, I mean, I would still do the giveaway. And if y'all got each other blocked, somebody can contact them and tell them they won whatever. And Train, I'm not talking about Charlie, honey. Me and Charlie's actually friends. I use Charlie because we are friends as a example. I do know what Charlie's talking. I'm in Charlie's live every night, so I know where she's coming from with it.
So I know that you wanted to ask T and Amelia what technically you did to them and whatever. I think y'all should do that. And because this is going to go on for fucking days.
Me too. Oh, goodness.
Sorry, my phone wasn't unmute. God dang.
Really, I mean, that's basically what it is. I know that y'all, and maybe I don't like to use the word y'all, and I'm trying to remember. I believe it was Amelia that says it the most about. Now I feel like my brain's not working. The way people have done you, or whatever the situation is, but I know that I didn't do anything in the in whatever just happened. I know that when we ended the Discord call, everything was fine. I then got told that y'all ran the recording to Jessa and Miranda, which they didn't have anything to do with it. So I didn't understand that part at all and was upset about it.
So I had just woke up. So Mill was not on that full call that we were in, right? And I had recorded it, right? Mill was asking me questions, and I can't remember everything. We had just been in a call with Miranda and Jessa, and everybody was asking questions. I was like, fuck it. I was like, you all want to hear the call? Because I can't remember word for word what the fuck happened. And you know how people fucking will be picking your words if you don't say it verbatim what happened, or you get something turned around. It wasn't no fucking ill intent, man. It was not.
Nah.
And I was wrong for that. And I'm going to apologize. And I apologized to everybody in the fucking Discord. I was wrong. I guess I should have never played that for anybody. And I stand on that. That's why I don't fucking record no more. And I won't be. It just causes too much goddamn fucking issues. But Melissa, like you just stated a few nights ago, saying you wished you recorded because of all the fucking lies and the shit that gets turned around on you.
Yeah, I've honestly changed my opinion on that.
Do y'all understand? I got drugged for recording.
Amelia did reach out, and we did.
Well, I wasn't on the call at first. I don't know who was. Like I said, I just woke up. I don't know who was on the call first. I just seen my best friend in the call. I popped in it because I wasn't. As you remember, I wasn't. I was added to the call.
She was added later. She was.
I don't know. I don't feel I did anything.
Thank you for telling the truth, Miranda.
Either one of you.
You didn't, and I'm gonna be honest. The reason I took a step back is because I didn't want you to feel I used you. That's what you kept saying. I was using you, and that made me feel some type of way. It had nothing to do with you. And I told you all to, if y'all wanted to stay friends with Danielle, that was up to you all. I told you all that. Like, I wasn't mad at anything till kind of we started getting drug a little. You know what I mean? But honestly, that's fucking. And I apologize that I disappeared. I do.
I explained.
I guess I shouldn't have. But people I've talked to privately, like, you can ask them. I said, I say I have nothing but love for Melissa. I just watch from a distance. Like, when Joey got hurt, I hated to hear he got hurt. Because it sucks. My husband's still out of work. He's going to be out for another 6 months. Like, I get it. I felt your pain when all that happened.
I explained the feeling of feeling used. I don't know if you heard it or not. I remember being when we first talked after the whole Joe situation, and we were on a call and just kind of chatting, and I was expressing feeling like people come to me just for certain reasons, and explained that. And I remember y'all's response was, girl, I don't even go live. I don't do this. I don't do that. You don't got to worry about me. And then it was like, we became cool, and both of y'all was in here a lot and chatting with the chat and would occasionally come in the box. And that went on for a bit. And then it was like, next thing I knew, y'all was both disappeared, and y'all was going live and running ranks and doing this and doing that. And no, I would never expect you to be like, oh, you can't support me if you support Melissa. It had nothing to do with that. It was just the way that it happened.
I agree. You explained that to me, and I get your aspect of it. I do. I really do. And I guess what I said on that call, I didn't mean it in no ill intent, and I promise you that. Like, ever since all this shit's happened, I haven't done shit. I've done it on my own. Haven't went live. I haven't, and I won't be. Honestly, I don't fucking TikTok. I feel like it's the devil, and people just start all this shit that's unnecessary shit. And I haven't went live, and I get your feelings. I do, and I'm not promise you
going live or running ranks. The problem that I have is people coming in my space, befriending befriending the people that are in my chat. But
I can show you proof. Like, I didn't reach out to your people. Like, the people that I talked to, the two people I did talk to, like, they reached out to me, and I have never. And I was listening to a little bit, I heard a little bit earlier something about KJ's messages. I never sent those fucking messages out.
You should probably.
I showed them.
You should probably.
I showed them to Miranda and Jess to prove that freaking I did not reach out to KJ. I don't know who screenshotted it, but I did not send those out.
That was
I looked
Jessa that
through my
screenshotted
phone.
it.
Yeah, Jessa says she screenshotted, or
She
no,
did.
it wasn't Miranda. No, she said it was Miranda today, didn't she, T? When we talked to her on the phone,
I'm pretty sure it was Jessa.
I want to say she said Miranda showed it to her, and you promised her that you wouldn't show it, Chels. I want to say
Uh, I don't know.
Miranda. Am I correct?
And in here, I'm working, so I did not.
So
She showed
KJ,
them.
I
in the
explained that
call.
to you.
to Miranda.
She showed them in the call that we listened to
I
today.
can share it. And I talked to KJ after that happened. I explained to her, I went through all my messages, don't know how the fuck they got them. And you don't remember that call, KJ? That I called and told you I was on the phone with Miranda, and then she screenshotted them. That's the only way she got them. That I scrolled up to the top to prove that I did not reach out to you.
Right. Okay, so it was Miranda.
Sorry, y'all. I just got home and it is bad. Like, we got bad storms coming.
It's
So-
bad here.
I think I still have those messages also, KJ, that I told you the story. If I need to show that.
I just know that we listened to the call today where it was talked about, showed, whatever.
But, okay.
Um,
What was the question? I'm sorry.
I think we answered it.
But you said something. What was she wanting to know, Medusa?
She wanted to know what it is that you guys, that Melissa did to you.
Oh, well, for me, what upset me was on the Discord call, we talked about it and we agreed that we wasn't going to bring it to the app and we wasn't going to bring people into it and because we all had mutual supporters. And I do. Like, my thing is, we got off the call.
Baby, did you really just say that?
I did.
I literally asked every single one of you if I chose to go to the app, was there an issue? And every single person said no. Pickles, where are you at? Please, Pickles.
We did say no. But then when everybody got off that call, me and you was talking. Absolutely, me and you was talking, and you said, I don't feel the need to go to the app about this. You absolutely did. And then I got off the call,
Melissa.
and
You did,
5
Alyssa.
minutes later, you was on
I have the
live
recording if you want it.
talking about it. And that was fine. I was cool with
I
that.
said that I was
What
back and
hurt me,
forth.
can I answer? What hurt me is I gave you the respect and came to you. I feel like you didn't give me the respect. You heard what Miranda and Jessa had to say and you just went live about it. You didn't come to me and ask me nothing about it. Ask me why or ask me anything.
Yeah, it was after
I thought I did go to you guys after I found out.
You did not. You went live. That's how I found out, was in a live. That's what upset me.
I thought we didn't go live till after Jessa and Miranda. Jessa came to us and told us about.
Remember, Joey was like, you remember, because Joey was even debate. I mean, I do have that call. I do believe, if I haven't deleted it. I have to look. And yes, Jen, I recorded it.
I know for a fact that I told everybody that I was contemplating bringing it to live. I was upset at everybody. I had not made my mind up how I was going to handle it because I was upset at everybody or what I should do. But I absolutely discussed going live about it.
And I'm not denying that. You did. And I said, that's fine. But then we started talking more on that call. And you said, I've made my mind up and I'm just going to be honest. I don't feel the need to go live and bring everybody into it when we talked about it here. And then the next thing I know, you was live doing it. You absolutely was. I have no reason to lie, Melissa.
Yes, because I got called and told that y'all were running our shit
And
to fucking
I
Jesse
get that.
Miranda.
But you asked why did I feel like I got shitted on? It's because you didn't give me the same respect I gave you.
We had a phone call when I asked y'all about it. Maybe somebody wasn't in it, but I absolutely called that Discord and confronted y'all about taking that to Miranda and Jess, and y'all tried to tell me they were involved.
Yeah, because I messaged Miranda. Yeah.
I wasn't in that call then. I don't know
Yeah, T, you wasn't in the call at the end.
about this, so I'm gonna back out of this one because I don't know.
I'm gonna be on. Like, we just have to agree to disagree about them not being involved, and I stand on that.
So, I what I will say is that I messaged Miranda one time about Chelsea. There were a couple things I think at the end that I said about Melissa, but it wasn't like we talked all the time about it, and I dragged Melissa all like this. And I messaged Miranda one fucking time.
If they were involved, they would have been in the original.
And I made
call.
that very clear. I made that very clear that Miranda and them should have been added to the goddamn Discord call, because that's why I knew about it, because they came to me and they talked about how Medusa was going to them too. Like, I have no freaking reason to lie.
She was very adamant, and Melissa said you didn't think they needed to be involved. You didn't think they need to be added because they wasn't involved. And
Absolutely.
Monique insisted that.
And Miranda's down here saying that she didn't even know y'all was friends.
I have to disagree. I'm not going to sit here and call your friend a liar, but I have to agree to disagree. And I'm just being real.
So
Take it how you want.
I did message her about RT to tell RT something, because RT was live talking about, I want to say, the True Crew shit, and I was trying to get her to chill the fuck out. Or no, it was about when I went live. RT was running with shit and was lying.
Thank you,
about
Pickles.
Shit. That's what it was. But I don't know. It was so minute that I didn't even remember messaging Miranda, to be honest. I didn't at all.
Meek, can you explain why you wanted to add them? Because I don't think you ever told us that.
Because they came to me and they was pretty much, when I talked to Justin and Miranda, and it wasn't just some random call, I have the whole chat from A to B at the very end. We talked very regular. Very, very regular. And Miranda, you're lying if you say otherwise. I'm not here to fight and argue with nobody. Y'all ask me a question and I'm giving it.
So, Pickles, are you saying that before we were in the call? Because I don't recall them being brought up at all.
No, she did. Monique did say they were involved.
I did.
And remember, you said no, they're not
Your
involved.
mama's school.
What?
She told somebody in the comments. But yeah, at the beginning of the call, she did insist that they needed to be added, and you said no, they don't need to be added. They're not involved. Why do we need to add them? And let me just let it go and didn't add them.
And that's why they needed to be added, because how do you think I knew that Medusa was going to them about y'all? That's how I found out.
So the call that was played today makes sense as to why you would feel that way, because Miranda and Jessa were basically telling y'all that I was coming to them, and if I blame it on everybody else, that everybody
was after,
together.
Right?
That was after? I thought that was before.
Miranda, what was the date of that call? Because they were talking about the call. So no, it was after.
Oh,
We was talking about. That was the first call
in that recording.
That was the first call. Do you not remember? I was on the first call. T was in bed. The second call, I had a friend down from Texas, and I could not be on there all day again. Do y'all not remember that? I came in at the very end.
Call with you in the evening, and then
that's the whole reason I even got in
on there all day.
Reason I even entered the chat I wasn't even in the chat first. That's why I entered the chat to let Amelia hear the call, because she was not in there. She couldn't be in there all day.
Because the next call, they are the ones that accused us of recording. We never recorded anything. Why would we record when they was putting their replies in a chat while they was listening to it?
Yeah, they said that T was recording something. Remember, Jessa tried to prove it to us.
I will say that Jessa did prove it.
So
I know she did not.
She did not record.
What I
For
realized.
that call.
So remember that screenshot that was shown in the video that was shown of the little square at the top with the red box? Do you remember that? That's what we thought was a screen recording thing.
I know Jessa told you. Jessa fucking lied, and she admitted that in a message with me. And I would go through and
Even
find it.
proved it to you that I didn't record
You guys remember that?
it to Miranda. I proved it to Miranda.
I do, Danielle.
Okay,
I know
so
what you're
on
talking about.
Discord, when you are screen sharing, it does that. And
Does
we can go into Discord and I'll show you,
They
Chelsea.
weren't on Discord. They were on Messenger.
It was on Messenger, but what was being
message-
showed with the
yes, was
messages
on
was when
Discord.
she was recording the Discord
Recording was
call.
Discord.
Yeah.
You did,
You know
and I'm
what?
not denying that.
Let me go look at it because I think they are right.
Miranda, did you
Yeah,
not?
Chelsea.
Did I not prove to you that I didn't record that call?
And she just said it right here. I told you, Meek. I sent you what Jessa said. Jessa is the one that put it in Miranda's head. And that's why when me and Miranda had a talk, I asked her, why not come to me? And she told me she thought that I would not believe her because T was my best friend. Am I lying?
And as soon as me and Miranda talked, I proved to her that I did not record that call. I think I still got that. I had to go look.
This is so aggravating. I hate group chats.
Yes, Jessa told me to get out. They was recording, but I'm asking you a question, Miranda. When we got a call, did I not prove to you, showed you what you had? We compared, and it was the same fucking recording of the Discord.
Listen, they are right. I'm about to show you.
I
Thank
just
you.
proved it to Chelsea.
Hold on.
All that you saw on the screen,
But
that was when the
only way she
original
proved
call.
it. That wasn't the only way she proved it either. Not just by the box.
If you want to get a call on me, Melissa, I can show you, and you can compare
can
the
screen
screenshot
share
they got.
and show you.
Miranda saying yes. I can screen share, and I
I'll
can
do
show
that if I
you.
can find what she proved it with, so I can compare it.
You can even record the call.
Miranda just said yes. I proved it.
It's the same thing. I promise, miss. It's that low red box with them fucking lines in it. And she zoomed in.
I just showed
It's a
Chelsea.
lot.
And she went on the thing. She zoomed in on it. She took the other picture, zoomed in on it, and that's what she used to show us. Danielle just showed it to me. I promise.
Chelsea, if I can find it, I'll even screenshot it and I'll send it to you. Or I'll screen
I
record a little bit of it and
realized
send it to you.
I realized that Jessa was lying when I was screen sharing with the girls in Discord. I was like, wait, I'm not screen recording. Where the fuck did that box come from? And I realized it was when I was screen sharing that box comes up.
Look at that box.
And I'm going to be honest, after knowing now all the shit that Jessa has played, I've said this to her. Like, how do I know that she wasn't the one that made me and Miranda go at it? I don't know nothing. I don't believe nothing anymore. I'm just as fucking lost like y'all.
So I want to find the video that she showed.
Here, I'll get it.
Didn't she send it to Meek? Meek, didn't she send it to you or T and say y'all are fucking liars, or Miranda did? I want to say it was sent to you guys.
I believe it is.
Miranda. And Miranda
I'll
can get
have to
this
go back
box
to it.
right now. I screen shared it and everything, and she compared
Meek,
what she
or
had.
Meek. I would look for it.
Recording.
Yes, Miranda sent it to me.
Did you send it to me privately? Or
I
was
want
it
to
in a
say
group
so.
chat?
In Messenger. Oh, it might have been in a group though.
I have like 4 chats with Miranda where she was chasing down Jessa. Like, I just need to know if it's personal messages or chat. Okay. Hold on.
I remember Miranda sending it to her because
There was no reason for me to be recording them. They were on mute, typing fucking response in a chat that you can keep. Why would I record another fucking 3 to 4 hour fucking call?
Yeah,
That's
that's what I said the entire time.
Yes.
It didn't make any sense to me, but I don't feel like
That's all I was saying. Like, that's
crazy.
crazy. Have the call, and you can compare what they're saying I recorded. And if I still have the call, I'll have to go look because I have deleted a lot of fucking shit. You can compare. I have no reason. I will open up my phone. That was a fucking lie.
Well, I mean, I was just upset because I felt like we had an understanding, and I didn't understand why it was being taken to them.
Do you know the date, Miranda? Because I'm all the way up in September, and I don't see. Is it a screenshot?
It's a video. She had a whole video.
I don't think it was in private
And I
messages.
can
Then
tell you what the video was. The video was her sharing her screen or whatever. And the reason why she said that she knew she was recording was because T was checking messages and doing blah, blah, blah. And you could see this and this and this.
I know, but
I was
that
doing
from
that on the recording.
prior
It was
Discord.
on the call, Melissa. It wasn't separate. That was what she was doing on the call. I promise.
Because she was messaging Pickles, right? Ain't that what it was? It was a message to Pickles?
Yes.
That's what it
I even
was.
proved this to Pickles and them.
Yep,
Like,
that's what it
I
was.
just
I thought so.
come up here and vouch.
Because Pickles' message dropped down. You remember, Melissa?
There's Pickles. Pickles
That
was
was during
messaging me.
the Discord call. Pickles was not messaging her when we was playing it for Miranda. You can check the timestamp. It says PM, not AM.
Correct, Pickles. It was about your brother. See, there's Pickles. And she said it
Absolutely.
was when it was on the Discord call.
Miranda and them heard the call in the AM.
I got it.
I'm trying to look for it. She sent it
I
one of these
wasn't
groups.
on that
I'm
call.
about to-
That's why she
Sam-
started playing it.
I'm not going to stay up here too long because my earpieces are probably going to die out. Yeah, so I think I even told you guys this on the live, Missy, that I do remember that taking place and it wasn't recorded. That I don't know when the call y'all are talking about, but I wasn't messaging her at that time. But I did confirm that she cleared up that message because it was about my little brother and it might have been personal information. I do remember that 100%. And I do
That's why
remember
the
Messaging me while I was recording. Yeah, that's why the emoji. And I was recording on the Discord call.
Yep.
which would have been before I went to South
I'll hash it
Carolina.
out. Whatever night we hashed it out with Melissa and them.
Right. So before I went to South Carolina. Right. Exactly. So, and then about the whole, the other thing Meek did, she brought it to a Discord before on the initial call with y'all and was saying that I don't know how true it is about Miranda and Jessica being involved. I never got the rundown, nor do I care, but it was stated that they was involved. And I do remember her saying she wanted them added to the call. And look, I don't fuck with either one of them anymore, but you know, I ain't gonna lie on it. I'm gonna be real. And so again, I don't know if they were involved, but I do remember her wanting them on the call.
And the only reason why I felt like they was involved is because they also was people that was saying that Medusa was coming to them about the same situation she was coming to us about. The point of the call was everybody who Medusa was going to and who was witnessing it, who was around that time. That's why I asked for them to be on there.
Well, I don't. Then if you would have said that to me, I don't feel like I would have said no.
I did.
I'm about to show you this really quick so that way you don't.
That's why I was so confused about you going live and saying that you didn't fuck with me because I let them hear the call. Like, they wanted to know how it went. Did you believe us? Did you think Medusa was lying? They wanted answers to it because they also were a part of it. I wouldn't just randomly call or tell them, hey, you want to see this, if they wasn't a part of it. I mean, that don't make no sense. I would have just told them what happened. I wouldn't have played the call for them, which I didn't play it. The only reason why T played it is because I was with my friend Brittany from Texas. I missed a lot of that call.
I want to say that it was mentioned and it was said like, well, what did they have anything to do with it?
And then what was said?
I don't remember, to be honest.
So I feel like that's. I mean, if they would have said that you were talking shit, then I would have been like, okay. So I guess that's the part that I'm not understanding. Apparently, it wasn't said why they were involved or why they should have been there, or I would have agreed.
Now,
then I absolutely would have said, okay, bring them in. There was other folks that wasn't even really involved that was in there.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Agreed. That's why I was so shocked as to why they never got in there. Like I just didn't understand that.
Now I did talk to Jessa, but I didn't talk to Miranda much. It was a one time. I said a couple things about Chelsea, and then that was it. I think something was said about Melissa not talking to me anymore, but that was it. Maybe that's why I said, I don't know why we would add her. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what was said after that.
I don't know. I know that it's all extremely crazy, and I don't feel like I have, as being anybody's friend, went behind any of y'all's back talking shit to anybody, and tried to be a friend and help or be there if I could. And I feel like every single one has shitted on me.
And that's your feelings. And I mean, they're valid. But that's also how I feel too. Like it hurt that I didn't get the same line of respect that I was trying to give you when I sent you that long ass message.
So I had just spent multiple days on Discord calls trying to come to some type of understanding of what was going on, who said what, who was at fault, who was talking shit. I felt like we had some type of agreement, and clearly it was not said to me why Miranda or Jessa would have been involved, because I wouldn't have gotten upset. So when I got told that y'all called and like they literally got off the call with y'all,
I know,
and got on the phone with me.
And you want to hear something even crazier than that? Right before that happened, Jessa, if you look at the message I dropped on Reddit, Jessa said, "Amelia, are you awake?" When I called her back, she was telling me, "I'm just going to let you know I have a bad feeling about this, and I think shit's about to pop off," because she was warning me that she had already came to y'all, and y'all was about to fucking start dragging me because of what they came to you about. Like that's the fuck shit that I talk about.
So you're saying that she started shit up with you and Melissa,
Now I don't put it past it. Knowing what I know now and all the lies that was played, I don't put it past it. I don't. But I'll never know the truth.
I think you might be right there.
Like it hurt, bro. Like the Discord call we was cool. Like everything was hashed out, and literally, like it was. I was shocked. I was freaking shocked.
Cool. I wouldn't say cool, man. I just sat and listened to hours long of all of y'all talking cash shit.
I don't see where you think cash shit. I don't. Did I talk about Chelsea? Absolutely. I'll own that. Absolutely.
It was the comment about the money that was from someone else. But I do feel a majority of the call was about Chelsea. And
absolutely.
I get that's your friend, and Miss Lisa's, you love her, and the shit about the business. I understand being upset about that, but a lot of it wasn't even about you, Melissa.
Can I ask you a question real fast? Medusa, you have the recorded calls of that call, right? Of the whole text message thing. You have those in your possession, right?
The 27th, yes.
Melissa, do you have those?
I'm sorry, do I have what?
The call, the big call where y'all sat in the call with the one that Medusa was going to play earlier.
Oh yeah, no. Miranda opened it up to me on YouTube.
Do you have the whole 5 hours of it?
Yeah, do you have all 3 parts? Because I have all 3 parts.
And so do I. And I just went through the very first one, and I don't have a dog in this, but just watching that where Jessa is recording and then she's going into her messages to Lala, talking shit about people to Lala, then going to you talking shit, then going to Miranda talking, like she's in that call trying to, I don't know if you looked at these yet, Medusa. I just got through the first one because it was an hour long.
So I will say she played some of it for me, but like I said, all of it, I've never seen past a certain point.
Okay,
When
well,
Melissa played
if
it
you
and
have all
RT
three of
played it,
those,
yes, I have all
I
three.
just
Lala
watched the
sent them
first
to me.
one,
Well, I
and
have two, but they're Miranda's recordings, not
okay.
Jessa's.
No, these are
I have
Jessa's
Jessa's.
versions, and this is where
Yeah, I have
Jessa is
Jessa's.
in the phone call with you guys. She then messages you. She then messages Lala. Don't talk to Allison. She knows too much, and Lala is telling her, "Bitch, I lied. I lied."
That's why she
And
did not want them
Yep.
out. She said
right,
she could
and
only send the sound.
yes,
That's
and
why
then
she wouldn't send them to me.
and then she was talking shit about Allison. Then she's over texting Miranda, and then next thing you know, here
can
comes
show
Lala.
you.
Yeah, here comes Lala in the call, and she's just sitting there like a deer in headlights, like, oh fuck. And Lala is sitting here telling you exactly what she texts Jessa, and Jessa's not saying, yeah, she like, you need to see this. I ain't got no dog in this, but
I can play it. I was going to anyway.
you need to see it. Melissa needs to see it, because you
I
can see
agree.
on your screen
I
recording.
was
You
gonna
can go
put it on my computer and play it.
Yeah, because that's why I was like, at first I was kind of bored, and I was like, let me fast forward through this, and I was like, oh, wait a minute,
Yeah.
Jessica goes to her messages, so I
She
go
does,
back. Yeah, it's sturdy. She fucking
why
sat
she
there
wouldn't
and
send
started
it
a
to me.
bunch of shit in y'all's little circle.
So, and if you remember correctly, when RT played them, she showed some of that, and I don't think
I'm not
to let
posting.
go of it after that. I tried to get it multiple times from her, and she wouldn't give it to me.
No.
She said she would only be able to give me the audio, and Lala gave it to me today.
Yeah, okay, so I'm not posting it because I listened to Medusa earlier, and it talks about her address and this and that.
Okay.
It's not mine, but I was nosy, and it was sent to me because I was like, I ain't got shit to do, and so it does have personal stuff. And I'm not going to be the one to post it, but Melissa, I do think that you should get with Medusa and actually put your eyes on this, because as she's telling you one thing in this call, she's texting Lala another thing. It's grimy. I just watched it with my own eyes. So,
But I've never disputed that. I know that she was doing it with Lala.
yeah, I mean, yeah. But I think
she would be on a phone call, me, Chelsea, and Lala.
I think
she would be messaging me and Chelsea talking about Lala, and I'm sure messaging Lala talking about me and Chelsea.
No. What I was saying, babe, was if you like, you're wanting answers about that whole situation, and I think you'll get more answers by seeing what was being typed, what Jessa was doing behind the scenes. So I believe, from what I've heard from earlier listening, that Lala just telling you, like, I didn't know she was going to back me, because in these messages, Lala's like, dude, I lied. And then Jessa's like, quit talking to Allison. You're talking too much. And then it went from Lala being like, dude, I'm busted, to Jessa trying to cover it up for her. So that's why I said, I think you need to look.
Oh, so that was in there.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So while she's in this call with you guys, she's texting Lala, she's texting Melissa, and she's texting Miranda. And these calls that I just got sent, the same ones that Medusa has, that Medusa just got today. That's what I'm saying. I think if you put your eyes on this, you're gonna see that Lala was telling the truth. So and Jessa was the one trying to, I just think you should see, and I'm only through the first recording, and I think you're going to get more of an explanation, because I was like with you, like, it's still not making sense. But then I just watched them. I'm like, bitch, let me go in here and tell my I think you need to get with, and like I said, I don't know what all, but I have heard some personal information, and you know what I mean? And it's got some, people laying in bed and stuff. So I don't know if I would do it.
Miranda, she did say that she would play the call, but she refused to send it to Medusa, and now we know why.
Yeah, it shows what she's doing. Yeah, that's why I just want to tell you that, Miss. I think if you could get with Medusa and put your eyes on it, or something, you know what I mean? You could see what she's doing. So that's all I just wanted to say, because I hadn't heard nobody said that. So okay, I'm gonna go back being nosy in the comments.
Sounds good. Yeah, I have Miranda's version. I don't have any other version.
Yeah, she was all in her messages. I tried to get her to send it to me forever.
But then it's still like, so it's still, I don't understand where karma got involved.
So like you showed the messages earlier in my live of Karma saying that her and Jessa was talking about it. Jessa said, Lala said that there's these messages of me and Amber when she named the name. And Jessa said something, and Karma said she had seen them, is how she explained it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So the way that she explained it to me was basically that they were talking about the messages. She said that she saw them just to see if Jessa would repeat it. Jessa repeated it. When Miranda messaged her, she wasn't going to tell Miranda like that she lied. So she responded to Miranda how she did, and then everything happened after that.
I think the part that's
about the
is frustrating to me the most is, and I'm sure if you sit and really listen to the call, like, it was about what Lala wanted, right? And I feel like a lot of it's being put on Jessa, and I know that she's played her part. And I'm not saying that Lala hasn't apologized, but, and I'm just going to give an example. That call that y'all are listening to, the next day, I swear it was the next day, I wish somebody recorded Lala and it was like I'll say within the week. She was live saying that she wasn't in nobody's drama, wasn't in nobody's business. She might, all in her little corner, when she was just on a fucking multiple long hour call with us, digging all your dirt. So I feel like a lot of this is being put on Jessa, and because Lala's coming and saying, I lied, I'm sorry, we just skating right on past it.
I'm not necessarily skating past it. Like, it's still fucked up. Regardless. The whole thing is fucked up. Like, I ain't never seen no shit like this. This is some wild ass shit.
I don't disagree.
Multiple people lying and this and that and this. That shit's fucking insane.
Like, my brain can't handle it. I don't know.
I think if you get to read the chat that we were in, you will understand that a big majority of the information, like, was either given by Lala or given by Jessa. I'm not going to say we didn't dig. I think the main part that we were figuring out was the family members that you all followed mutually on Facebook.
So what I've seen is that Lala sent two, like, information lookup things. And that's basically it. And that she said things about my life. I did see like that, where she was like commenting things. But the only thing that I saw that she shared was the background searches.
But we were also in a call.
Well, and you may be right.
And I believe that's the call that everybody is saying that's had.
That's why I wanted to listen to it. 'Cause I haven't listened to it yet. I haven't. I only am going off of what I was showed. And if there's another chat too, then there's another chat. But the only chats that they showed me was the one that I showed with Lala. That I guess Lala's not.
So I think the one that I found earlier,
and Chelsea,
it has a lot of Jessa sharing stuff.
So yes, I seen Jessa saying things, but Joey also was too.
Yeah, I'm not denying that Joey was, and it actually looks like I was, and I didn't remember doing it, to be honest.
It does look like you was. There was things from you about like Franklin County looking up the house, my landlord's wife's charges. What else was you sent the receipt of when I got my alternator fixed.
Yeah.
I forget what else.
But I'm pretty sure I told you anything that we looked up, we already showed. Like on.
I understand that, but it still isn't great.
Well, no, it's not great, obviously. But
I'm just gonna keep it a buck and say it comes with TikTok. Like anytime you fall out with somebody, people are digging your shit. They're trying to figure out what they can talk shit about. It is not great, but it is a very normal thing. Or any dirt they may have on you, it comes out.
I just don't think it should. I don't think people should treat people like that. I don't know. I think we should try and do better.
And we probably should. I mean, we all go through shit and we all get mad. We will pop off very quickly. We probably shouldn't half the time, but we do. You know, when we get mad, just like, you know, when you get mad, you're ready to pop your shit, talk your shit quick. You know?
And I do, but I'm trying, I'm not perfect, to do better about it. I try and call my friends and vent to them instead of getting on live and popping my shit. I try. I don't know. I didn't agree when it was done to you and Joey, when they said all the things and did all the things and dug into your ex's girlfriend and was talking to her. I don't agree with all that shit. It's fucking wrong.
I think that the majority of what was looked up had to do with the housing, because it was basically being put to us that the family owned your house and y'all was scamming the government.
I can prove to you that I pay rent every month. I even proved to the girls the other day, because it was just random. I want to say it was said on someone else's live. And I went in and screen shared my messages with my landlord. And every month I have a text. I have your money. You can come pick it up. I have your money. You can come pick it up. I have your money. You can come pick it up. Every fucking month on the dot. I am not scamming the government. That's fucked up to accuse me of that.
Brandy says, Danielle, she said you'd leave the
Okay,
whole
so
chat.
it was Jessa. You were talking about the wish list. It was December 19th or 20th when you commented on Inked Plumber's comments. I've got the screenshot right here.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you were asking about that earlier. I was going through the chat and happened to come across it.
Is it a screenshot or Jessa just saying it?
It's a screenshot. It's a screenshot. And from what it, like, so that was on Christmas Day that she sent that. And then I truly, then on December 26th, she sent him screenshots of messages, I guess, between the two of you. So I do feel that this was all Jessa. She said, so I don't have the 3-hour phone call that was about y'all, but here's the messages from then. They were from October, the T and Amelia shit. She was worried. I had told RT, just wanted to go ahead and show it and be done with it. We had a group call. Apparently I wasn't up.
I mean, I have the message that she sent to Lala, like, I'm trying to push her out. I know why. She was mad because I was catching her up and shit. It's not hard for me to know that. It's just fucking crazy. I never really did shit to the girl.
This is her proving that you bought followers.
I bought followers when? I bought followers fucking, I want to say 2-3 years ago.
It was, no, it's got the dates. 12/14, 24.
I didn't buy followers then. I swear on everything I love. The last time I bought followers, I could probably go on my email because I have it on whatever the site was called. I forget. Misha, that sells purses, when I was selling makeup boxes, told me how to do it. And that's when I bought followers. I have not bought followers since. I swear. And Brandy, I exposed that Discord because y'all tried to lie about it. Y'all said that there wasn't this other Discord in which you guys were sitting in there talking shit about me, which you was, because you got mad that I said something to you about you putting your birth pictures in a chat. I was confused. I was just asking where the fuck they was coming from. Regardless, I don't understand why you keep fucking bringing it up. I thought you was moving on. I thought you was having the one live and leaving it fucking be. But no, you're in the fucking chat running your fucking mouth. For fuck's sakes.
So I deleted that booby picture. It'd be cool if you would go look and see if you can see it.
You added me to a group?
No, I was talking to Chelsea. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Because honestly, if you can't see it, then I would just like to add you in here.
Brandy, if y'all wouldn't have tried to start more shit with me with Charlie, then I probably wouldn't have done shit at all. Honestly, we all could have walked away peacefully, but y'all didn't fucking want that. Y'all wanted to start some more shit. Dude, it was a fucking troll account, bitch. I do not have to tell people when my dog gets out if I don't fucking want to. Doesn't equal you go and start more shit with somebody who has problems with me. The fuck? I didn't say, Brandy, my dog didn't get out. You're a liar. It would be one thing if I went on there and said that. I didn't even say shit like that. There was a troll account that said something about the dog getting out, and I said, my dog's right here.
It's still there, bestie. For me. So you're gonna have to do like I said, go in a group call on a FaceTime thing.
I'm gonna get to where it matters, which is Christmas Eve, and I'll screen record.
What is that, a different chat?
Yeah. On Christmas Eve, hey, y'all awake? Chelsea said, I am. Justice said, well, she said, and Chelsea said, everything okay? Justice said, I got something to tell y'all. Chelsea said, bitch, call. She called. It doesn't say who answered. I don't know if I answered or not, but. And that was Christmas Eve. She came to us on Christmas Eve. I do know that. So I'm going to try to leave this right here so I can just screen record it later. Because I'm where I need to be. And I'll just screen record it and send it to you. But
I didn't realize I was muted, okay.
I do feel like, I don't know. I do feel like I know what happened now. I'm still gonna watch what Train said to watch or whatever.
Yeah, I need to play it, but I'm gonna try and listen to it tonight and see what. I'm gonna see what personal information is in it or whatever, and try
to see.
Maybe fast forward part. I'll write down what time it is on, and maybe fast forward past that part and play it. Because I do think that it should be played, all of it, and not just parts of it.
She's not innocent. And like, see, you're right. I've tried to be good to all of them. my feelings are still hurt when it comes to Danielle with the things that she says about me. She said them, and before we were friends, while we were friends, after we were friends. And I don't think that anybody will ever convince me that that's not how she feels. I don't think there's anything that you can do to convince me that that's not how you feel.
Then you didn't get to know me, I guess. I don't know, Melissa. I don't know what to tell you. All I can say is that, like, when me and Allison was talking, it wasn't like that. I didn't mean like you were all about money. All I said was I didn't agree with you running ranks every day. I'm allowed to have my opinion. I didn't not like you then when I said it. Like, I still was watching.
Is it something? Do you have something? So that confuses me super much, because you support big people like Trey, 2K, people that are literally making multiple thousands of dollars a day.
It's recent, Melissa. I didn't start really getting into lives and supporting a lot
Trey.
of people.
Hold on, Alexa, turn my bedroom light on.
I started Trey started following Trey like right when I started coming in here. Like, I didn't really follow a lot of big people or even throw gifts, for that matter, at anybody. And I didn't agree with it at the time. And it was like that for everybody. I could probably find messages back then talking about multiple people. It wasn't just you. Like, it was multiple.
But it probably continued to be me. Maybe
if it continued to be you, then Allison would have more than just that one message.
Well, no, the messages weren't to Allison. They were to other people, and then you said it live. And
Melissa, when I said that to Allison, I didn't have a problem with you. Like I said, it was my opinion. When I started to come in and I started to support other bigger creators, my opinion did change. Like, I'm allowed to have a difference of an opinion.
Yeah,
and
I'm not saying that you're not. I feel like the only reason that your opinion changed is because you came in here and received support.
And that's your opinion, Melissa. But when I got to know you, I didn't look at you that way anymore until you made me feel like you picked Chelsea over me. And then all these other things started to happen. So it made me start to wonder, like, okay, well, is this bitch really just all about money like everybody says? Because everyone says that, Melissa. It's not just something that I have said.
That just sounded
other
that
people
I
have said it too.
Chelsea over you.
What?
Like, you saying that I picked Chelsea over you is, I think,
but
probably
you admitted
the most
it.
Childish shit I've ever heard.
You admitted it, Melissa, the other day when we were talking about it. You admitted you picked her over me.
Wait,
now I'm childish.
Hang on.
I think that I said that y'all didn't compare in friendships.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when we were talking about the conversation that we had, and you jumped in the conversation. You even admitted, like, you wasn't going to have a phone call with me. So technically you did choose Chelsea over me.
No, I said I wasn't going to have a phone call and let you talk about Chelsea without Chelsea being there.
That's not what the phone call was going to be about. But you think it is, that's fine.
But you were upset with Chelsea.
Clarify that nothing was going to change between us. That's all I was trying to say. I wanted to say it to your face instead of on a fucking message to where it could be misconstrued or whatever.
But you did say it in a message. As you were messaging in that group, you did message me. You still
I know I did.
To have a phone call, and I feel as if you were upset for whatever reason at Chelsea, and that was what the phone call was going to be about, and I would not do that.
Okay, and your feelings are valid. If you felt that way, that's fine. But I'm just saying that wasn't my intention. That's not what I was going to talk about. But you're allowed to feel that way. everybody thinks I'm so jealous of you and Chelsea's relationship, and that's not the case at all. I just didn't want to be friends with her, and I wanted to keep you as a friend the same way. That's it, that's all. And it turned into I was so fucking jealous and I wanted to get rid of Chelsea, and I didn't feel that way. I just didn't want to talk to her or be whatever. Like, I don't know.
Danielle,
Pipe down, TikTok associate.
Also, my opinion changed after all this Christmas shit happened because honestly, I didn't see that shit coming. I didn't see you guys doing and saying all that shit and all that shit happening. Like, I thought that, like, we were cooler than that. And so I didn't think that you were the person who I thought you were.
And I thought that you and Chelsea were cooler than that. I was super confused on any reason that you had to be upset with Chelsea.
I don't really feel like I mean, she told me before I didn't do anything, so maybe, do you have a new reason, Danielle? Maybe you could explain?
I mean, it was the thing about the Discord, which I've already mentioned, and I don't even remember because it was fucking then. I couldn't fucking tell you.
Oh.
I know that I had said, like, because you asked me, did I do anything specifically to you? And I said, no, you didn't do anything specifically to me that was, you know, out the way or whatever. It was.
So how do you not see that people would look at that as a jealousy issue?
Well, and people can feel that way if they want to. Everybody can have their own opinion. It's a fucking free country. I'm only speaking on how I feel and my real emotions, feelings, all that. Like, I'm just trying to be honest. People can think that I was jealous or I wanted Chelsea gone. I just didn't want to be friends with her. and it hurt my feelings. I can't say it didn't. And yes, I did go and vent to people who I thought were friends. Yes. Yes, I did.
So I think that the issue for me, and maybe that's why I was so easy, because typically I don't like to just believe someone without proof. Typically. I think that I'm trying to figure out how to say it. I think that after listening to the super long call and finding all the things out later on and listening to the things that you had to say, I feel like your intentions were bad. I don't feel like you wanted to be my friend. I don't feel like that's why you were around.
Well, I can't say that that's not hurtful, because it is. But
and I'm not saying it.
You're open to your opinion.
I'm truly not saying it to be hurtful, because I've said it 1,010,000 times. I really did like you. I enjoyed hanging out with you. I enjoyed being live and doing what we do. I absolutely enjoyed it. But it's a lot for me to look at from 2023 to this time to that time, and it all being the same thing, but that's not really how you felt. Or maybe you felt that way at one point, now you don't, but then you do again. And that's why I said earlier, like, I hope that we can get to the bottom of this, because what was done was wrong. It absolutely was. But I still stand on the way I feel.
And
it hurts. It hurts.
You feel. And just like you're hurt, I'm hurt as well. I don't I can't change your opinion, and how you feel is how you feel. I definitely care about you. If I didn't care about you, I wouldn't have acted the way that I did. I don't know. I can't change your mind.
I do think that's like something that C said earlier, like it sticks with me. And I don't just, I feel like I do it with anybody that I allow in. And it always turns out damn near the same thing every time. It doesn't matter what you do or how you treat someone. They're behind your back saying this, that, or the third. Like I know that, okay, so Meek said that she was upset that I went live after I found out about the whole conversation with Miranda. But I did ask the last call that we had about taking it to the app. I did ask, and everybody didn't have an issue with it. And then I was kind of back and forth whether I should or I shouldn't. And then I found that out, and I thought I recall having a conversation because I was super confused. I feel like me and Meek actually got into it. And she's saying that I didn't. Actually, I'm almost 100% positive that that's what happened. I don't remember where. But I feel like we got into it over the Jessa and Miranda and that whole call thing.
You did.
Okay, I knew I did. She said that didn't happen, and it
So
did.
at the end, yes, because I want to say that you confronted about playing the call for Miranda and Jessa, and she, said like, look, they were part of it, so that's why we played it, blah 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 blah. And you were like, well, I think that's fucked up. Like, why did you record the call and then go and play it for someone else? Yes, I
that
do
just
remember
null
that
and
part, but I
voided
don't know.
everything that she got up here and said that she was upset about.
But also though,
Said
Melissa,
that she was upset
before
because I
that,
didn't give her the respect that she gave me, and because I didn't call her
you didn't
and
say
discuss
that
it
you
with
were.
her, and I did.
So so before that happened, you said you weren't going to go live, and I
That's
want
not what
to.
I
Maybe
said.
she's saying, okay, but you said I feel like I don't have to,
I
or
was back and
whatever.
forth.
Right.
I asked and hadn't made my mind up yet, but I did not say that I was, and I did not say that I wasn't. I made sure that I asked permission first to make sure that nobody had an issue with it. But in my mind, I was still back and forth, and I didn't say whether I was going to or I wasn't. Because
Well,
I was
maybe
keeping
she
a buck.
feels
In my
like
head, I knew I was going to, but I was still trying to calm myself down. It was a late night that night. I woke up the next morning and I get told by Miranda and Jessa that they ran the phone call and was doing the recordings and all the things. And I went to them. So everything she just got up here and said was bullshit. I'm sorry. It was. Her whole thing was I didn't give her the same respect that she gave me, and I did. I did.
I don't think that's what she's talking about with the Justin Miranda thing. I think she's talking about like you didn't, after you said you weren't gonna go live or that you didn't need to, you didn't say that you was again. Maybe, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It's not me.
No, that's not what
You'll
she
have to explain
She said
it.
that she was upset that I didn't call her with the issue that I had.
I don't know.
And I do want to say, Danielle, I think it was maybe you or somebody else, I don't remember who said it, that the phone call was strictly about me. And I do just want to remind you guys a few things that it wasn't just about me. It was about the worker who was casing. It was about Melissa and running ranks and talking about the money situation by Brittany, or what's her name? Brittany.
So
I don't remember.
she made the comment about she picked you because of your mom's money. Maybe, I think maybe was the comment.
Yeah, and then it went in from that. Then you guys all started talking about Melissa and the money.
I'm gonna need so y'all say y'all have that recorded call. I know in my head that I wanted to go live because I was super upset about everything that I had just listened to. I was super upset about it. So If I wasn't doing that, then why would I have even asked permission? So what I'm taking it as is you thought that I was gonna, or y'all thought, whatever, that I was just gonna be going live about Danielle. Maybe that's what the issue is because I went live and fucking spoke about everything that happened and y'all didn't like that?
So yeah, they did say that they didn't. T and Mamique, when you asked, you said, do you guys have a problem if I go live with this? And they both said no. So maybe Meek, if you could ask T, maybe listen to it. Maybe I don't know if she still has it. She said she maybe was gonna look.
So listen, this chick don't like me. I've seen you elsewhere, too sweet, whatever. I've seen you saying different things all over. I do not believe at all that is what I said. They say they have the recording. I'm sorry, I don't record. Tell them to run it. I know that I was upset about what I just listened to, and I knew that I wanted to go live about it. Now, I didn't know whether I was going to go this way or that way because I was upset at all of them. I didn't know if I wanted to focus on Medusa or if I wanted to focus on them because they was all fucking wrong.
And Mrs. biggest thing was that we cared a lot about Danielle, and Danielle did tell us majority of what she said in the calls. I mean, I did.
I was trying to calm down first, and then I found out that they were running fucking chats to fucking Miranda and Jessa, and it fucking set me off. But I still called.
Yeah, you did.
And said that I had an issue.
Well, yeah, because you flipped out on me, too, about me not remembering Miranda's messages.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't Miranda that came to us.
I told the truth about everything that was in that call. Y'all have still yet to prove me wrong. Y'all have the call. I'm sorry I don't have it. Again, I don't record. Y'all been saying for months and months and months and months y'all was going to play that call. Still not played it. There's a reason that y'all are not playing it. Just like there was a reason that Jessa didn't want to run it to fucking Medusa.
Yeah, I mean, and Danielle is right. Miss did flip out and freak out on her too, right before she freaked out on Mamique and T. Carter because Miss was really upset when it came down to it because then that's when the messages from Miranda came.
It's always an excuse. Y'all been saying forever that y'all was playing that call.
The old call or the Discord call? Because I want to say T said it when she was in here that she might have the Discord call.
The call that we had that they played y'all talking shit.
Yeah,
that call I think is gone because.
But that's the same call that they have been saying for months and months and months and months that they were going to play.
Right.
She's going to look. She said she would look. T said she was going to look. So maybe she'll find it. And I mean, if not, we chalk it to the gang.
Now, I will say that I know her home, security stuff. I was on the phone with her, and she was looking through it to find something. And a lot of it is gone after a certain amount of time. It's self-deletes. Mine does that, and I didn't even realize mine does that, too.
Can you guys somebody share it to Pickles, please?
Pickles is in here. She's responding to Amelia.
Oh,
yeah, she's really.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah, the Discord call. But Melissa's talking about the call that me and Brittany and Meek and T had, right? And then T, I think
the call where all the shit talking, the call that got everything going, the call that, yeah.
Yes, that call got recorded from her home security, if I'm not mistaken, Nate.
Some of it.
I feel like she played two different things for us. One was from security and one something else.
So was it that one of them didn't have her voice on it?
Yep.
And one of them did?
Yep.
Yeah.
And her home security got her voice because her voice wasn't on the recording.
Yes. Because that's what they were talking about in the call.
Yes, Jen.
What I will say though is that, from what I understand, they thought that the business was Chelsea's. I don't know. I
No, Danielle. My mom was the one that offered it, and I had already said that. I told
well,
mom.
I don't know. I wasn't in the live where she offered it or where it was talked about. I wasn't in there, so
I could probably pull the messages where I said Miss covering it all. And they were all in that chat. I didn't say that Chelsea was covering it. I said that Miss Lisa was going to take care of it. You were in the chat, Amelia. Everybody always wants to scream about accountability. You absolutely were in the chat when I messaged T and said Miss Lisa was taking care of all of it, and you were like, "Oh, that's so great." And then T asked me, should she continue to run ranks? And I said, well, I didn't think so, because she was getting everything taken care of.
Hey, I do just want to say, I don't remember who brought up the teeth situation, but I would like to show you guys his teeth really quickly.
You responded. Here, and I'm about to show it to you. You absolutely responded right after I said it.
I don't think she's denying that. And I've seen comments.
Question. Sorry, I couldn't hear. I'm in this truck and it's loud.
About not knowing if the business was Chelsea's or Miss Lisa's.
That it was two different companies. That Chelsea had her own, her mom. Her mom is the one that came in and offered the help.
That's correct. That's correct. It's not my business.
Did you not, is that not what you explained to me on call? Correct.
Say that again, please.
Was that not what you explained to me on a call, Chelsea?
Correct. I said that.
Okay. I never recorded our
business
calls.
Is my business. Mom is the one who offered T the help. If Mom needed my help, I offered. If Mom needed it, I would help. But other than that, it was solely Mom going to take care of everything and all the things. No, Mamik was not on the call, and Mamik really, I don't think she would know that because she wasn't on the call with me and T Carter.
Okay, so here's the conversation. T messaged and said, do I stay pushing or get off? I said, my personal opinion is get off. You have someone that is doing all the work and financially paying for it. Do what you feel you need to do, but if it's about the roof, that's completely taken care of. Amelia said, what happened? I said, Miss Lisa is T's whole roof for free. T said, Missy, please tell her to take this when it hits. She sent a screenshot of what she made. I said she won't. T said, I feel so bad though. I'll see what money I can get up to hand her. I'm so thankful. I'm crying. Amelia says, that's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. You got this, T. I said, they don't want any part of TikTok money raised. Just keep it. She said, Amelia says, well, it better be happy tears because you deserve it. T says, I'm speechless. I didn't want it to be put on one person. When my hubby is speechless, he said he will be there to help y'all in any way. I said, it's what they do as business, so it should be fast, and they get supplies cheaper, so it shouldn't be too bad. So, like, we literally had conversation back and forth about Miss Lisa taking care of it.
The question though, sorry, I wasn't in here.
It wasn't really a question. We were just talking about the situation, and I said I think one of them, I think it was me, didn't realize that the business was Miss Lisa's, she thought the business was Chelsea's. I think. I could be wrong. But I think that's what she's saying. Like, she wasn't in the call with you guys when Chelsea explained that or whatever. And
Just me and Chelsea, we talked late at night because we both were up.
I've heard Meek and T both apologize for talking about the worker, for saying whatever. I've apologized for the things that I was saying on the call about Chelsea and things like that. So people in the chat, like, you're wrong. Like, they have apologized for it. It's not that either of them are trying to avoid apologizing.
I take full accountability of talking about Chelsea, for talking about Missy, for, I guess, it wasn't that I wasn't grateful, because I was. It was not that at all. And I explained this to Missy on the call, the first call we had, just me and you, Melissa, after your live, when I was hurt. Do you remember I explained about why I was hurt when we had squashed everything?
Yeah. It was the live.
Yeah, it was the live. Because I didn't feel like I went live and I guess I misworded, like Chelsea was saying, I misworded some things. I don't even remember what the hell I misworded now at this point. That was
she said she didn't realize how big of a job it was going to, is the way it was worded.
Okay. And I misworded it. And I don't know what I had said, but we had squashed all that. And I do take my accountability. I do. It wasn't that I was ungrateful at all. I am like the most grateful person, and I give a lot, you know, and I show love a lot to others. And I was grateful, and I even stated that in the live I had. But my house is 30 years old. 30 years old. My husband had done patchwork before, and there was just no way of patching something that was all the way through. And I even Pickles agreed. Like, I showed Pickles how bad it was. There was just no way of just patching it, because the whole top was soaked, like it was runt. It wasn't that I wasn't grateful, and I did not realize how bad it was, and I even stated this when I had my live, until I got home. And I was even explaining that to Chelsea before they even came out. Like, or after he had left, I think, maybe. I can't really remember. Chelsea, you remember when I explained everything to you?
I still think y'all should play the call.
So my home security only goes back so long. I can't even get a call that I've been looking for, because I'm gonna stop recording. And I don't have any recordings. I deleted all that shit. When all that shit happened, I deleted everything. And that's no lie. I can. Well, I did. I deleted every fucking thing, because I'm not about fucking hurting anybody. And I know that you all got hurt, and I do apologize, and I own it.
But
why do you think I allowed? I wasn't going to play a call. I wasn't going to play a call that only Danielle and other people were talking shit. Like, I wasn't going to do that. That's why I went to the extent to get my home security.
But it's still being portrayed.
And thank God I was home that day.
Sorry. It's still being portrayed that it wasn't what it was. And I guess maybe we won't have the same opinion, and because you deleted the call, nobody else can form their own opinion. I think that no matter.
I don't feel like we were talking about Mrs. Lisa. Other people that says in this chat today has heard the call. Maybe they can come up and listen to it. Like, I don't feel like we were trashing Miss Lisa at all. Pickles being one of them, I played it for the Discord girls.
I remember one of the
like she
I said was well, maybe like Miss Lisa offered it, and maybe like her husband, you know, didn't like that or whatever, and maybe they didn't want to do the full thing. I didn't know the full situation, but I don't take that as talking shit about her. Like, I even said in the call about how big of a heart she has.
It's her business, and they spoke about the professionalism of her employee. That it, to me, her employee is a reflection of her business, which is a reflection of her.
And I get what you're saying.
Just like Joey.
And if that's the way you see it, Miss Lisa, I am truly sorry. I am. Like I was not trying to talk shit about your business. I was upset, hurt, and mad, and I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have.
I think the exact comment was made. What was said, Chels? Something about dragging the business. That's Miss Lisa to me. If you go live and drag someone's business and affect their income and affect what people think of their business, that is.
I didn't drag her business, Melissa. We'll have to disagree to not agree. I did not drag her business.
I didn't say that you did, but it was absolutely said in the call
that something about dragging the business. You said I could or something.
Yes, I don't remember verbatim. Again, nobody's got the call, but it was absolutely spoke about somebody could or would or should drag the business. And
I don't know who said that, but I'll eat it. I'll take accountability. If I said it, I'm sorry. If I said it, I'm sorry. I don't know. I can't remember if it was me. I don't know. That's been forever.
I think that's when, right after that, was talked about the ladder and the kid being there and the way his teeth was.
And his clothes.
Well, and that should have never happened. And like I said, I am sorry.
Absolutely. Word of mouth will kill you. And they're local. So.
I never ran their business to nobody. Did not run at all. Even me living as close as I do to them. I've never tried to run them. I've never tried to do none of that shit. People say shit when they're mad. And if is your mom in here, Chelsea?
I'm going to say she said she was helping her niece.
Do what?
You might have stepped away for a minute.
Yeah, she was helping her niece.
I'll mute them because I do.
I mean, it was a private conversation, but I don't know. It was right after the live, like directly after. I think you guys were still live.
Crying and upset, and I just people. I mean, I got mad, and that's not no excuse. And I see a lot of people saying I was ungrateful for a roof and all that crap. That's not the case. If it could have been patched, if the second person that came, if my husband, listen, Melissa, your husband. Can you do anything when he says no? We're not doing this?
Can I? Yes, I can.
I can't.
Do I attempt to respect his decisions and choices? I do.
Well, I can't do anything about it. He didn't want them wasting money when it was just going to need a new roof.
I know that it was said, about me being live, and the only thing that I was attempting to do while I was live was still help protect Miss Lisa's business. That was all I was trying to do, because the way that it was worded made it seem like they were unknowledgeable and didn't know what they were doing.
See, and I
don't remember verbatim what was said.
I didn't take it that way. And I think people take things differently based on how things are said.
Absolutely. Everybody's going to perceive things differently. And that's all I was saying. And what I said, what I talked about did happen. Like, somebody did go live and say exactly what I was saying. So
I was not trying to bash Chelsea. I was friends with Chelsea, I thought. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't trying to, and I even tried to get a hold of her all day that day. I didn't realize, I thought she was upset at me because my husband had refused the help and she wasn't answering me. That's what I thought. And that's, and I didn't know what else to do. I wanted to ask people if they wanted a refund, even though I had paid it forward. And I was just explaining that, you know, Miss Kelly had loaned me the money. I had a roofer coming and it would be fixed, and my roof got fixed. Like, it wasn't, I was not trying to hurt Miss Lisa. I wasn't trying to hurt her business. I wasn't trying to down Chelsea by any way. I was forever grateful. I was scared and shaking before I even had to go live to even do that they were going to be upset and mad at me. Because I couldn't get a hold of Chelsea. And I guess I should have waited to talk to Chelsea before I went live.
I think your goal for that live is you was trying to give people back their money and explain to them, like, look, I'm just, like, my husband wants us to do it this way, and I appreciate, you know, what people were going to do, and if people want their money back, I'll send it back. That's how I took it. And I did think
it was
when y'all went live, it did feel very much like you guys were, like, really pissed, and you were calling her into a box, and then I want to say told Amelia she couldn't have a box. So I think that's what set it off.
I mean, I don't disagree.
And I felt like I was being yelled at.
I was upset. I mean, I tried to control my tone. Like, I can talk to people, right? I can do it calmly. Sometimes when I get upset, some things can come off a little too much. But I definitely attempted. The only point I was trying to get out is that they did know what they were doing. And that's all I'm saying.
I never said they didn't know what they were doing, though. I was just stating that, like, I didn't even know how big it was until I got home. I was on the road. And I even stated that in my live because people were asking, you know, is it going to be a box of shingles? Is it going to be this? I even had to say, I don't know how bad it is. I did say that. Like, and I didn't know until I got home. And when I got home, I was freaking out. Like, I was telling Chelsea, I was like, I don't know about this. I feel like it's going to be too much. I did.
So I think that everybody, right, is gonna look at things differently and form different opinions, no matter what you do. And choose different routes and paths. I know that if at that moment I couldn't afford to fix what had happened, and I had somebody offering to even patch it, that would cover me up and fix the drywall and all the things, to buy me time to where I can get the money together to afford it myself, that would have been the route that I would have chose. I wouldn't want to be in debt to somebody if I had somebody that was willing to fix it for free and buy me time. And I think that when you involve TikTok, like I've been guilty of it. I went through it myself, and it's things that you learn, you know, throughout time, that when you put it out there, people are going to form opinions, and they're not going to agree with how you may do it this way, or I would do it that way. And I think that's maybe some of the issue.
And I don't disagree. I don't. But like, I'd even told Chelsea, you know, like,
I didn't see it in a million.
We would borrow the money, you know, if we had to figure it out, then we were just going to have to figure it out.
Said that T and Robert offered to make payments to get the roof fixed.
Correct, but
Yeah,
the thing. Hold on.
But she explained that to me. She explained that to me.
Yeah, that you have to, in the state of Tennessee, Mom can probably come in here and explain it better, but if you're going to have payments from somebody, you have to have 30 days in advance. You have to have a contract and everything, because what will happen is, say that we didn't abide by that, T could say, yeah, they didn't give me 30, they didn't even do this, they didn't do that. And once she does that, if she didn't want to pay us, she didn't have to. Not saying she would do that, but I'm saying you have
No,
to have a 30 day.
I'm still making payments on my roof.
But I feel like that should have been up front, Monique.
Well, I didn't even know it was that bad. As soon as I knew it was that bad, I told Chelsea.
But you're saying that you knew that the roof had been patched so many times, and you didn't feel that it was going to be able to be this or that. I mean,
What do you mean? It was 30 years old, Melissa. I've lived there for 15 years. What are you talking about? That I should have said that in the live that I was having?
Well, no, well, I'm saying, like, you told us earlier that you know, you knew that Robert had patched the roof multiple times, and y'all came
to Chelsea that.
Right, and y'all came to the conclusion that you know, that y'all wanted to do.
It wasn't even about the roof at that point. It was about the I don't even know what the fuck you call it. Fuck. It was about it was squishy. What do you call that shit under shingles? Fuck, man. Plywood? Is that what it is, Chelsea? I don't fucking know. Whatever the shingle goes on. So there were. Go ahead.
What was you gonna say? What was you asking?
So I can't remember with the plywood. There was like 20 soft spots.
Yes.
And there was just going to be too much to cut up and piece together. I mean, it needed a whole new. Even Chelsea's worker stated, "Dude, you need a new roof." That's what he said.
Yeah, well, and so the thing was, T was just explaining that, you know, the situation with her work and all the things going on and not being able to, she really couldn't afford another payment on all the things that she had going on. So we were trying to do the best thing because the next storm coming, I'm not sure what it was.
I feel like we're leaving out. It was made like it needed to be fixed like that because of the next storm that was coming.
There was a storm coming, and my roof did get put on before that storm came.
That's good. I mean, I'm glad.
Yeah, but see, when we were going to fix it, I don't think the roof I think it was coming within the 2 or 3 days or so. I have to go back and look. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what day it was and things like that. But what Mom offered to do is fix the drywall, fix the leaks, patch it until, because that would have made it to get to where she's at and able to pay so she didn't have to make payments and all the things and have another burden of payments and all the things.
And I get it.
And I would have took that. Like, I would have took that if you know, if that's what would have helped. I really would have. I promise that. Like, it wasn't that I was ungrateful, because I was. Just for them to even offer, I thought was very kind. Just for them to even offer. Mom around, because I do owe her an apology.
She can hear you.
Miss Lisa, I am terribly sorry that I talked about your business, that I talked about the worker got talked about, that anything I said was hurtful. I was grateful and very appreciated for I thought it was very nice and generous of you offering. But I didn't want you to come and do the work if we were just going to be ripping it off and putting a whole new roof right on it. That would have been a waste of money in mine and my husband's eyes.